Welcome back to the show, everyone. What is going on with the Democratic Club? Well, I've got Jane Lepowski here to give us some updates on some upcoming events and talk further.
Okay, well,
welcome.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to see you, as always.
As always, yes.
What we have coming up next month, we had initially planned to have a different program, but things have changed. I'll talk about that later. But the program we have scheduled, we've moved up our candidate forum for the candidates for California Assembly District 72, which includes all of Laguna Woods. And the two candidates are Chris Cluey and Jordan Kirby. And Chris is a former football player, so people who are football fans may know of him from that part of his career. And he became a teacher in Huntington Beach, and at that point he also became an activist, and you might know him from his objections to a political party being, or political group being named on the public library. He very famously got arrested for protesting that at the city council meeting. And now he is running for assembly representative to the state of California for our district.
Okay.
And the other candidate is Jordan Kirby. He is a former member of the Coast Guard for many years. And I don't know as much about him. I'm looking forward very much to hearing from both of them and comparing them side by side. We are going to ask them questions, and we are going to also take questions from the audience. So if you want to learn about these two candidates, please come to our meeting, which is on September 16th, which is a week from tomorrow, at Clubhouse 2, as always. The program starts at 7 o'clock, but the doors open at 6:30, so people can come and socialize.
Fantastic. Give us a couple of examples of some of the questions that you'll have prepared for your candidates.
You know, I'm not in charge of asking the questions, but I know what we want to ask. One of the things we've considered is how can we ask questions that bring out the unique qualities of each person. And so we have somebody who's working on putting those questions together so that we don't get, obviously, they're both Democrats, so there are things that they have, a lot of things they have in common. So we're asking questions that highlight the differences between the two of them.
That go a little bit deeper than what they would just normally, these boilerplate answers that most politicians give, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So like you said, you really want to get to know the personality. You want to get to know what's behind the scenes.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. So that's really important. And we will be having the other district that's up for election that we have some influence on in our city is the CD40 congressional district. That's at the federal level, Congressional District 40, which was the meeting we were going to have this month, but because of Prop 50, the Election Rigging Response Act, our districts might change, and so we postponed that forum for that candidate forum until the spring, when we know which district we're going to be in, and it'll have more relevance. And so that's the reason why we changed the program. But so we brought this one up from, it was going to be in October, but now we're having it in September. And we'll have another program in October. Anyway, so the other thing that's happening, and this is in October before, early October, so that's why I want to talk about it now, and that is we have an annual brunch, and this is going to be, we're calling it an international brunch buffet. And we're going to be featuring Gustavo Arellano, who people in our club who've been in our club for a while know him very well because he's been coming to speak to us off and on for many years. And in fact, at one point, when our club was led by, it was either Linda Nearing or Sue Deering, Gustavo was challenged to, he had been an independent, he was challenged to join the Democratic Club or the Democratic Party if the Democrats won, and that would have been in 2018. And so in 2018, there was a landslide, what we called the blue wave in Laguna Woods in Orange County, where we won almost all of the congressional districts, and so he's now a registered Democrat. Although he still doesn't. Yeah, peer pressure. Well, he made a commitment, but he's still the same person. He hasn't changed from anything else. But you can read about him. He has a regular column in the LA Times.
Fantastic. Okay.
So he's a great speaker, and he's going to talk about. He's from Orange County. He went to Anaheim High School, and so he knows a lot about what goes on in Orange County, and so he's going to talk to us about that.
Okay, and that's why you mentioned Ask a Mexican.
Right, exactly.
He knows it all.
Yeah. He brings his own perspective, and he knows more than those of us who didn't come from that culture, and so that's what we are interested in learning.
Fantastic. And then that's taking place
that's
Saturday, October 4th?
October 4th, and that's going to be in Clubhouse 2 also. We're going to be serving mimosas when we open the doors, for those who are interested. And then we have and the doors open at 9:15. The program begins at 10, and the brunch is at 11. So if you are used to eating breakfast early, maybe have a snack, and then
come a little bit hungry.
But do come a little bit hungry because the menu sounds great.
Wonderful.
I'm
sorry. Is this a Q&A format as well?
I don't know that we have a specific format, but I'm sure that, Gustavo's very approachable, and so I'm sure that people can go up and ask him questions if he doesn't take questions from the audience.
Okay, wonderful. And Janine, are those meetings open to everybody? Do you have to be a member?
You don't have to be a member. You have to be a resident of Laguna Woods Village or a guest of a residence. Okay, but it's open to anybody. You don't have to be a Democrat to come. We take whoever wants to come is welcome. Okay. And it's not a fundraiser. In the past, we've done these programs as fundraisers, but this isn't a fundraiser. This is just a social event where people can go and hear an interesting speaker.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You've created a document, and I know you wanted to share it with our audience, ERRA.
Yeah,
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that stands for Election Rigging Response Act. It's also called Proposition 50, and it's a complicated situation, which is why I wrote some questions and answers about it, because in California we put into our Constitution that electoral districts will be decided by an independent citizens commission to make sure that our districts are not gerrymandered, that there are some very specific rules about how representation should happen, and those are the rules that the commission has been following. And typically, districts are apportioned after the census. And in California, we always do our redistricting after the census. In other states, it varies. And this article that I wrote is on our club website. Okay. It was published in our newsletter. So if you go to our website, you can click on publications and find the September newsletter, and you can read all the details. There's a graphic about which states do what and when. Yeah,
I think that would be really informative for our viewers, no matter which side you're sitting on, right?
Exactly.
Because it's just information that I think is helpful for everybody.
Exactly. But what makes this a special situation is the fact that we have actually seen other states, specifically Texas, who was asked to create new seats that would be explicitly Republican, for that the state's seats would be gerrymandered so as to produce 5 Republican seats. And so our Governor Gavin Newsom felt, and we all agree that, and a lot of Democrats agree, that we need to be more aggressive in pushing back against these, this unfairness.
Well,
And yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm going to encourage everyone to go on your website and
Okay.
read your article, and then when you come back next month, we'll learn more.
I'll talk to you more about it next month. Okay, thank you so much,
Thank
Bree.
you, Jeannie. Coming up next, we'll take a look at our Monday night movie preview. Stay with me.